Hi all, I am Aahladitha and I am doing this video as part of IEP subject. Today I am going to talk about unemployment in India, remedies, and also about gainful employment. Agriculture can no longer support half the population and the fresh pressure on jobs will come from rural workers migrating to urban area for jobs. The demand of traditional landed cars for job reservations must be seen as a symptom of the overburdened farm sector seeking an outlet in the urban jobs market. Moreover, growth itself is under threat thanks to trade wars and short term deglobalization trends and changing demography. Growth in the world's working age population has been down to 1%, and even in India's case, it will be 1.5% in the coming few years. This means global growth will fall by 1% and India will find it tough to achieve the desired 8.10% growth rates on a sustainable basis. Finally, since the world is awash with capital, this money is fueling large investments in automation and technology. While technology will surely create some jobs somewhere, what it doesn't in the short term is polarized jobs. The demand will be for very high skills or very average skills, with middle skilled jobs being phased out. This is why cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and machine learning experts are in short supply, while jobs at the bottom end are proliferating. So, what could be the remedies? First important thing we need to do is to improve our labor market information system. This way, emerging demand for skills are spotted quickly and the necessary training and certifications for the same are created quickly. This calls for an agile public-private partnership in capturing demand for skills and following through with quick investments in skill building to match demand and supply. A related requirement: jobs and skills planning need not be centralized in New Delhi. It has to be done at state and district levels where there is granular information on education, skills, and job options. Jobs and skill commissions are best created at state and district levels, with Delhi only providing the guidelines, the tech infrastructure and funding for them. The second remedy is that we need labor market reforms. Some good moves have been seen over the last few years with the Apprentices Act being modified to make it more attractive for employers to hire young workers and the extension of fixed term labor contracts from textiles to all industries in the last budget. This is good, but not good enough. The regulatory cholesterol is still too high, says Manish Sabharwal, co-founder of Teamless Manpower Services firm, with the statutory deductions from salaries below rupees 15,000 being high as 40%. Clearly, deductions need to come down or the employer and or government must subsidize social security payments to ensure jobs growth. This is why the real issue is not jobs, but jobs with the right take home wages. The third remedy could be the key to employment growth is not the big company or factory that employs thousands of workers, but medium scale units. The enterprises to job multiple is highest for medium scale units. India needs to nurture and expand its equivalent of the German Mittelstand. This can't happen without deep changes to our labor laws and access to credit. There may still be jobs in light manufacturing, apparel, leather, cell phone, assembling, etc. But manufacturing as a whole is automating in a big way. and won't directly create jobs. When author spoke to Nandini Lekani, chairman Infosys and first chef of the Aadhaar project for a perspective on jobs, he had this to say. I think we may need to evolve away from a notion of large monolith factories hiring thousands of people. That's not going to happen. But you could have a new model of manufacturing, which is high skill, high end cottage manufacturing, where perhaps every town, every nook and corner has a 3D printer person. He just downloads the latest designs from the computer and makes the product. So, it will be small scale manufacturing with high tech. The fifth remedy is that smart urbanization is key. The link between good urbanization and jobs growth is positive. And unless India's urbanization is concentrated in narrower areas and serviced by good infrastructure, job creation will be suboptimal. Governance in urban areas is decentralized and empowered. Currently, urban development is centralized at the state level and mayorships are merely ceremonial titles. Let's now talk about the sixth remedy. There is large scope for more employment expansion in government, but of the right kind. Despite the general assumption that government is too bloated, the reality is that governments at central, state, and local levels have a low capacity to employ more people due to this tendency, due to the tendency to spend state budgets on freebies like deeply subsidized food, farm loan waivers, etc., instead of public goods like good policing and legal systems, good schools, and hospitals. Once the spending pattern changes, even governments will employ more people. It is an absurd fact that as economies move from basic poverty levels to middle and higher income levels, the size of government grows and so will employment. We should focus not only on employment but also on gainful employment. Gainful employment covers a range of issues, including the quantity and type of work done by people already in employment, growth in labor productivity, higher earnings, and aspects of work quality such as greater safety, cleanliness, flexibility, income security, and intellectual challenge. For this, India will need to collect more frequent, timely, and relevant labor market data to understand trends. But the issue is a policy focus as much as a data concern. Some segment of India's workforce have been reaping clear benefits from the resumption of strong GDP growth, the increasing shift into non-farm employment, and the country's high-tech prowess. But tens of millions more could also do better. Indians aspire for higher pay, better and more productive working conditions, and safer, cleaner, and more stimulating work. A new emphasis on gainful employment would help Indians meet these aspirations. It will require a conscious effort on the part of government, including in terms of measuring employment more holistically, targeting spending on initiatives, and changing regulation of private sector investment and innovation to remove barriers to gainful employment. While these and other possible policy steps are challenging, the effort energy required to put them in place will be amply rewarded if they achieve their end goal of a more fulfilled, better rewarded, and more productive Indian workforce. Thank you so much.